right, the day has finally arrived. I hit the desk. After a wait that felt like forever and being a few weeks late on my part, it's time for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This is the brand new Pokemon card set and the very first set of the Scarlet and Violet era. Sword and Shield is done. It is now all about Scarlet and Violet. This set came out a few weeks ago and I got a little bit busy with work on the main channel, so I wasn't able to get to it. But to make up for that, we're not just opening a booster box today. I am gonna throw in a few extra packs, particularly these 3-pack blisters and check lane blisters, because the promos have something really cool about them that I want to show off. And there are a lot of things to talk about with Scarlet and Violet. We've been getting some like little bits and bobs and news here and there about what it was gonna be like, but now that we really have the full picture, there is so much to talk about. And full transparency, this is not my first time opening Scarlet and Violet. Like I said, I got busy with other work and I got impatient, so I've opened a lot of Scarlet and Violet in my free time. And here are a few of the pulls I've managed to get just from opening cards in my free time. Boom, Koraidon EX, Special Illustration Rare. This is essentially the new form of alternate art. It's called a Special Illustration Rare. I got that one for Koraidon, the Scarlet Legendary. I got 2 of these ones for Gardevoir. Full arts, oh, you guys know I love the full arts, so I have been collecting those. But there's still a lot more to see, more cards to pull, more things to talk about, so let's just get into it and start simple with some check lane blisters. So, we've got a full booster box we're gonna get into, but right now we're gonna start with these like single pack check lane blisters. I've never opened these on the channel actually, and usually these are the kind of things you'd kind of pass up in a store because, you know, it's 1 pack. They're a little bit more expensive because of that, but there is some, oh, coin went flying. But there is something really cool about these that I just had to share. So this is the very first pack of Scarlet and Violet that I'm ever opening on the channel. Oh, this is exciting. So there is a lot to talk about when it comes to the changes in the Pokemon card game as a result of the release of this set. As you can see, the code card's on the front of the pack now, which is kind of interesting because there's no more pack trick. You know how you would like pull the code card off the back and then flip a certain amount of cards to the front so that the rare was on the back? That's not there anymore. They don't do that anymore. The last card in the pack is now an energy, so, you know, if you do want to pull that off, you know, that's your basic energy. But then that's the rare right there. They've gotten rid of the pack tricks. They're just doing the work for us. All right, so first off, we got Flabebe, Toxel, Ralts, I love this Ralts card, Growlithe, Sandaconda, Katie, Staraptor. Here we go, we've got our first reverse. This is what the new reverses look like. Heracross. Oh, I'm skipping. Oh, wow. 1 pack in and we've already got like a crazy cool card. This is a secret rare gold fighting energy. This is awesome, man. I don't have this one. First pack in, I'm already getting something new. And then on the back, we have a holo. So what you might have noticed there is that there was a reverse, a hit, and a holo. Every single pack of Scarlet and Violet is guaranteed 1 holographic or better, and 2 reverse slots. 1 with a guaranteed reverse, and 1 that could be a reverse or a hit. And all the really big hits in this set are now secret rares. And this one is number 258 out of 198. That's how many secret rares there are in this set. That's where the alternate arts are gonna be, the character rares, the gold cards, all that stuff is gonna be in this like secret rare subset spot. But if you don't get something like this, you get a second reverse holographic. So you get a little bit more guaranteed in every pack. But right off the bat, we got something really cool that I don't have. That's awesome. And then of course, something else you might have noticed are the borders. They're not yellow anymore, they're silver. Japanese Pokemon cards have had silver borders since way back in the like Ruby and Sapphire days in the early 2000s, all the way up to today. And with Scarlet and Violet, Pokemon has finally decided to kind of bring all the other regions' printing of Pokemon cards into the loop. So now every Pokemon card, unless it's like a gold one, has a silver border. We don't got yellow borders no more. And that extends to the holographics. You see how the border is holographic as well? That's also been the case in Japanese sets for quite some time, and they're just now bringing it over to the other regions. Now honestly, I'm not huge on this holographic pattern. It's pretty underwhelming to me. I like that the border is hollow too, but this new change has led to probably my favorite thing about this new era, the promos. Now there was a promo card on the front of this check lane blister, and it is a Spidops holographic, but if you'll notice, this one has a different holo pattern. It's that classic old school like Cosmofoil pattern that you saw on the old vintage cards, and that's also on the border as well, which makes these promos look a lot more like vintage cards. So even though this is just like a basic holographic promo, it now looks a lot more like the old school EXs than the EXs that are actually in the set. I really like it. I'm so glad they're doing this, and it really makes me want to collect more of these promo cards. And that's the other thing, EXs are back too. They've brought back the EX Pokemon cards, which started in Gen 3, but, you know, the way that the cards look in the new sets reminds me a little bit more of EXs from the Black and White and X and Y era. Is that Fuecoco coin? I didn't really mention that. So here's our promo for the other check lane blister. We had Spidops in the last one, and this is Espathra. I still haven't played Scarlet and Violet. I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce some of these names. And then we got our next pack of Scarlet and Violet with the Gyarados on the front. So we're gonna get through this and a few of those 3-pack blisters, and then we're gonna go right into the full booster box. All right, we got Katottle, Vavroom. These are a lot of Pokemon I haven't seen yet. Magnemite, Driftblim. So like I said, you can get EXs, full arts, multiple reverses. So in this one, we got a Blissey reverse, a Skiddo reverse, and then our guaranteed holo is a Miraidon, the Violet Legendary. That's awesome. Then on the back, there's the Energy, and then behind that is the code card. So we don't really have to do a pack trick anymore. All right, now for these are 3 packs, so this is 9 packs in total with my favorite promo card out of the bunch so far. And I'm just gonna open them all up so we can just get right to the packs. All right, so first off, here are 3 code cards for you guys to check out if you want. We got 9 packs of Scarlet and Violet to go through before we get to the booster box. And most importantly to me, we have 3 of these amazing Arcanine holographic promos, man. Oh man, with the Cosmo foil and the holographic border, it just looks so cool and vintage style. Oh man, I love these. There's another check lane blister that has this Dondozo promo in it, but I mean, Arcanine is cooler. I actually had kind of a hard time finding these in stores. I had to order these online, so I'm really happy to finally have some of these Arcanine promos. These all kind of have like massive print lines in the middle. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a little unfortunate, but you know, kind of comes with the territory. Maybe that's one of the reasons they stopped doing it as much. These Cosmo foil holos always had print lines, even back in the day. But without those patterns, you don't get like cool cards with swirls like this. I love it. I love it. I can't wait to see what other Pokemon they do like this. I wish all holographics looked like this. Do this more. But then of course, we got 9 packs of Scarlet and Violet. That actually was very satisfying. So let's start with this one with the Paldea starters on it. We got Fuecoco, Quaxley, and Sprigatito. Oh man, it's so interesting having a whole new era out that has changed so much. Like there is a huge amount of stuff different with this era, and it's just been kind of weird to get used to. But after a couple of weeks, it doesn't really feel that weird anymore. Personally, I'm not huge on having no yellow borders anymore. Kind of feels like it's a little bit too late to make that change. We got a Halucha holographic, then there's our Energy, and there's your code. You know, part of me just feels like it's a little weird to take away yellow borders after them being the standard for what, 24, almost 25 years on the side of like English cards? I don't know, man, but after a while I kind of got used to it. I'm still not huge on it conceptually, but they look fine. Weirdly enough, sometimes the silver border is a little bit darker on some cards. I've noticed that a little bit, but ultimately, whatever. We got another Dondozo. It's not my favorite change to the Pokemon card game right now, but it's ultimately harmless. There's a lot of other stuff that makes a lot more of an impact, particularly with pull rates. I know we're not getting like a lot so far, but the pull rates in Scarlet and Violet have been astronomically better than anything in Sword and Shield, even compared to like Crown Zenith, in my opinion. We got Squavette, and Indeedee. Indeedee is back. And then if you want it, here's your code. I don't know, man. People went on and on and on about Crown Zenith having like insane pull rates. And I definitely got some good stuff from Crown Zenith, especially in my video on it. But I don't know, man. Anytime I opened Crown Zenith after that, it just gave me nothing. It's like the set hated me. I occasionally would get something good, but it was just kind of few and far between. All right, we got a Revavroom. I have never seen this Pokemon before. What am I looking at? Where does it start? Where does it end? What is this Pokemon? All right, and then here's your code. But yeah, with pull rates having become a lot higher in Scarlet and Violet, card values, which I know I don't really talk about a whole lot, have actually been very, very fair. I don't really like to talk about card value in these videos because I feel like it messes with the vibe, but I think it's really nice that the value of these cards has been a lot more accessible. I already see something. It's been a lot more accessible, which makes it a lot more Dondozo again. Yeah, let me finish my sentence. Cards being more affordable makes them more accessible for everyone, which is just generally a good thing. But here we go. We got our first example of an art rare. Yes, these are called art rares now. There were similar things in previous sets that were called character rares or Galarian Gallery. In this set, they are called illustration rares or art rares in the Japanese sets. And we got one of Dondozo. I actually pulled this one in a Japanese set a little while ago, holo, and then we still get our guaranteed holo, which is an Armor Rogue. I think that's how you pronounce it. All right, so now we're getting a look at some of the extra stuff that you can get in this set. It really loads you up with like holographic cards, reverse, holo, character rares, all that stuff. All right, so we got a Magikarp, Magnemite, Tarantula. I gotta get used to pronouncing some of these Pokemon names. Breloom's always fun. Kilowattrel, that's fun. Look at that. Look at that electric bird. Kilowattrel. Then we got a Heracross, classic. Energy Switch reverse. Seviper reverse. Always getting Seviper cards. Hey, there we go. This is our first EX. So this, here's the code, is our first EX Pokemon card for Scarlet and Violet. Now, we've seen cards like this in other videos as promos, but this is our first time pulling one. And you know, I said this in my video opening the Paldea starter boxes. I don't like these. I just don't like these. When Pokemon announced these, they made a big deal out of it being the lowercase EX, which is more like these old school cards from the 2000s, you know, lowercase EX. But once they announced them and started showing them off, they kind of just looked more like these ones from the X and Y era, which I don't like. So I was just kind of disappointed. But even still, these are worse than these. They're a lot more dull. They're not quite as vibrant. And I'm not sure if it'll show up on camera, but they have this really weird galaxy star foil that goes across the whole card, even on top of the Pokemon, that really in the right light just makes the card look cheap and honestly kind of fake. I think the lights might be a little bit too bright on it to see it now, but it's there and I don't like it. So honestly, this is the one change in the set that I really don't like. I could kind of do without these, but that is just one thing that I don't like out of a lot of stuff that I do. Ultimately, I'm very happy with how Scarlet and Violet is handling things. I'm just pretty disappointed in the design of those cards. But anyway, we're getting through this. We're about to get to that booster box. We got Youngster Trainer. We got a Toadscool. Ooh, look at this guy. So this is like a Tentacool, except he has feet now. So that's a development. We got a Starly and a Skeledirge. All right, so that's our guaranteed holo. All right, we got 2 more packs from the 3-pack blisters, and then we get into the booster box. All right, this is going all right so far. We've not gotten anything crazy yet, but of course we're getting our guaranteed holo in every pack, and we've gotten a couple of pretty decent hits. All right, so here we go. Houndour, Sandaconda, Katie, multiple. Electric Generator. We got our Espathra, which is the same thing we got as a promo a little bit earlier. Oh, there we go. That's our first big hit. We got a Miraidon EX gold card. And then what's behind it? We got a Hawlucha guaranteed holo. Here's our code. But we did get a gold EX full art Miraidon. I really like this card. In fact, this was one of the first English Scarlet and Violet Pokemon cards I ever got because I very stupidly bought one during the pre-release when it was $40 and now it's like half that. So I feel a little stupid about that, but I do have a few of these that I've pulled, but I always love pulling a full art Pokemon. And as you can tell, even though it's an EX, it looks more or less the same as all the other gold full art Pokemon that we've had during the Sword and Shield era. So there's a lot of stuff from Sword and Shield that is still intact here that makes me really happy. And then appropriately enough, we're ending on a Miraidon pack before we get into the booster box. That's the word I'm looking for. Let's see if we can end this with anything pretty decent. Oh, Mareep. I love the Mareep cards. Silicobra, Bisharp, Riolu, so a lot of, Lucario, a lot of classic Pokemon in this one. Rock Chestplate, that seems horrifically uncomfortable. Cetitan, is that how you pronounce this one? Cetitan, this is a new one on me. Again, not 100% sure where this Pokemon starts and where it ends. Got a Rocky Helmet. Wiglet! You gotta love Wiglet. He's just Diglett, but long. And with gills, I guess. And then, oh, here we go, Oinkologne EX. So we got another standard EX. And that's one of the things I've experienced with this set so far right now, is they shower you with this Pokemon. I have pulled like 4 of the full arts and countless of these. There's a lot of Oinkologne in this set, and they want you to know that. And use a code. All right, so with all of those done, there is nothing left to do besides get into the booster box. Booster box. Booster box. Yeah, this is the main event of the video. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little something to make up for the fact that this video is probably going to be like 3 weeks late to a month late after the release of the set. So yeah, just a few extra packs. Plus, I really wanted to show off that Arcanine promo. So here we go. Opening our very first box of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet EX. Ah, look at that. Now, technically, we've seen them already, but let's just pull out all the pack arts and show them off. So we got Miraidon, the Paldea starters, terrestrialized Gyarados, and Koraidon. Oh, speaking of Miraidon and Koraidon, I would be remiss if I did not also mention that there are these really cool Miraidon and Koraidon promo cards now. These are now guaranteed in every single Elite Trainer box, which is not something we're opening today, but you can find them in stores. ETBs usually come with 8 packs and some like sleeves and stuff, but now every single one comes with 9 packs and a guaranteed promo card depending on which box you get, the Scarlet one or the Violet one. And I just think that's really cool. Just trying to give you a smattering of everything that's going on since I've been away for so long. So let's just get into the box already. Jeez. All right, so let's just start off with that Miraidon pack and see what happens. It's been a minute since I filmed a video. Have you guys been opening this set a lot? I've been curious what other people's thoughts on this set are because I like it a lot. I am really having fun with it. Although I know that some people are kind of freaking out because of the value being so low, but I don't care about the value. I just like collecting the cards. We got Miriam. There's a full art trainer special illustration of this that's like the biggest card in the set. But we got a Magneton, Scovillain. Ooh, okay. All right, I think it's pronounced Scovillain, and it's like a dual-headed pepper Pokemon. That's really fun. And a Halucha. I almost said non-holographic, but there are no non-holographic rares anymore. This is just a standard holo. And a code. Oh, but that does remind me, the biggest cards in this set. I haven't even talked about that yet. The biggest card in the set would be the Miriam Special Illustration Rare. That was the biggest card in the freaking world when it was released in the Japanese set. And here in the States, it is no different. That is still the most sought after card right now, but there are also special illustration rares of Miraidon and Koraidon. I showed you the Koraidon one at the beginning of this video. Not to mention the Gardevoir. Oh man, the Miriam standard full art trainer is also pretty up there. And personally for me, I just want the full arts. You know, the standard full art EXs. Wait, oh, here we go. Here's a Koraidon EX. This is not the full art one. This is just the standard one. Oh, and you can actually get a lot better look at what I was talking about earlier with these little stars that kind of go across the whole card, even over the Pokemon. I don't like it. I don't like it that much. But nevertheless, it is what we have. There are terrestrialized EXs of Gyarados and Arcanine that don't have that little star pattern on them, and they have a little bit of texture. They look a lot better. I really wish that they would all be that. Wattrel. We haven't seen Wattrel yet. I like his design. Very like sleek. Kind of looks like a sports car bird. That's kind of cool. Oh, skipped one. Zangoose. Some Gen 3 representation. Krogunk. Dedenne cards are always cute. I think there's another Dedenne card in this set somewhere. Crocodile. We got Flamigo. Very cool. Flamigo. Multiple Flamigos. I love that. That's so cute. Fortress. Classic. We got Lechonk, the breakout star pig Pokemon of Scarlet and Violet. As a reverse, there's the other Dedenne. What are the odds? Here's the other Dedenne with this really nice art. I love this one. And a Klefki, the key Pokemon, the keys. So when it comes to my personal wants from this set and this box, you know, getting the Miriam would be cool, but you guys know I'm not that big on full art trainers, so I would much rather get some more of the full arts. Getting the Miraidon EX alternate art would be cool, or special illustration rare, whatever you want to call it. It's an alternate art, because I don't have that one yet, and it's one of the biggest cards in the set that I don't have. We got Meditite reverse, Seviper reverse, and a Cyclizar holographic. I gotta get used to saying holo at the end of every pack. I just pick something randomly from the box here. So when it comes to the standard full art EXs though, I am really happy that those have mostly stayed intact with their Sword and Shield style design. There's a little bit of a change to it that I'm not huge on, but it's one heck of a nitpick. So we got Dolive, Quaxley. I'll talk about that when we get to one. Hopefully we'll get to one. Crocolore. I really like that name. That's Fuecoco's evolution. We got a Muck. We got a classic Muck. Florgus. I almost said that completely wrong. Switch, Shuppet, and oh, here we go. We got a Gardevoir EX. Another standard EX. But this time of Gardevoir, a much more classic Pokemon who actually has some EXs from the past that we could compare this one to. But yeah, when it comes to my pulls from previous openings, I've managed to get the Oinkologne EX, Iron Treads EX, Great Tusk EX, the Magnezone EX, the Spidops EX, the Gardevoir EX, which is one of my favorites, Koraidon EX, and Miraidon EX. And I'm pretty sure there's only like a small handful more EXs in the set. I'm pretty sure the only ones I'm missing are Banette and, oh, what is it? Toxicroak. Banette and Toxicroak are the only ones that I'm missing to have a full set, so I really want to see if I can get those from this box, if nothing else. So there are some other EX full arts that might have a little something to do with this guy that hopefully we'll see and I can show off, but if not, then I just have the card so I can tell you about it there. We got a Houndour, Drifloon. It's actually really nice to not have to do a card trick. It makes things go a lot quicker. We got Cyclizar, non-rare Cyclizar. That one's just an uncommon. Nice. Oh, Toad's Cruel. That's what Toad's Cool evolves into. Some kind of regional variants of these Pokemon. Nemona Reverse. Oh, here we go. We got a Katie Full Art Trainer. This is actually one of the only Full Art Trainers I've pulled from the set that isn't some kind of like special illustration rare. Interesting. But yes, unfortunately, I still have not played any of Scarlet and Violet. I have been too busy. If I wasn't able to find the time to open the cards on this channel, I definitely am not going to be able to find the time to play the game in my free time. What free time? I don't know. Experience Share. Penny, there's a Full Art Trainer of them. Metacham, Silicobra, Energy Search Reverse, and a Mouscarada, the fully evolved version of Sprigatito. Very cool. So yeah, there's a lot new going on in the Pokemon TCG right now, and honestly, it might be one of the most hyped up base sets and one of the most biggest changes in how the cards work in the entire history of the card game. Like, there's just a lot new here that is completely different to how things have been in the past. We got a Hypno, Beach Court, Reverse Hollow Houndour, Reverse Hollow Fuecoco, we got a starter right there, and an amazing Slowbro art. Look at that, man. I'm usually pretty harsh on modern holographics, but I actually really like this one. I think the shine of the hollow really makes the art in the background pop even more. It looks really nice. But yeah, man, a hollow in every pack, 2 reverse hollows in every pack, and the chance at multiple hits in every pack. It's insane how much new there is here. Oh, look at this funny guy. We got a Mastiff. Is that how you pronounce their name? Mastiff? Okay, that's cute. Spupa, that's a classic. Metatite, Energy Search, Team Star Grunt, there's another Full Art Trainer one of those in there. Zangoose, Youngster, Reverse Hollow Tropius, Reverse Cacnea, sorry, and Annihilate. Ooh, this is one of the new regional variants for Primate, that's the one. That's really cool. But really and truly, I am in love with how they're doing things in this set. The next set is already going to be rolling out before too long with Paldea Evolved is going to be the name of it. It's probably going to be like the Rebel Clash of this era, where the first set is a little bit more focused on the legendaries, and then the second set is a lot more focused on the actual starters and their evolutions. So I think that's I think that's kind of going to be what to expect from that set. Don't know when it releases off the top of my head. We got Judge, Zangoose, and Quaquaval, the fully evolved form of Quaxley. I don't like this one. Yeah, I think that's kind of what we're going to be able to expect in Paldea Evolved. Probably a set that features a little bit more focus on the actual starters. But the thing that I really like about this set, and I'm also curious about how it's going to affect things in the long run, is the fact that Scarlet and Violet is actually really easy to complete, as far as I can tell. Like, it's a relatively big set. Flaffy, my favorite, one of my favorites. It's a pretty big set, but it's also relatively easy to complete, as far as I can tell. I love these little mouse Pokemon, because you just get so much in every pack. Speaking of, there's our Koraidon holographic. Between a holo in every pack, no more non-holo rares, at least a reverse or 2 in every pack, plus the higher pull rates for the big cards. Like, despite this being a relatively normal size set by like Sword and Shield standards, I feel like it's a lot easier to actually complete just by opening, which I think is going to get a lot more people interested in it and paying for it. Ooh, here we go. But I'm also curious how that's going to affect people's interest in the set long term. When you get sets with guaranteed holos all the time, like, I feel like it's easier to get burnt out on them. So I'm curious how people's interest in this set, which has been hyped up to heck and back, I'm curious what that's gonna look like in like 2 months time. But we got a Sandile illustration rare. This one's a classic. And Revavroom on the back. There's your code.
Just gonna plug you in real quick so your battery don't die while I'm filming. It's not, it's an incredibly invasive procedure.
Yeah, because I look at things like Pokemon Go, the set that released last summer, and think like, yeah, that had a guaranteed holo in every set, which might have been them testing the waters for something like this, but I feel like people got tired of that set really quickly. And, you know, to be fair, it was a smaller set with not quite as many exciting cards in it, but I think one of the big things that may have contributed to the fact that people kind of got tired of that set relatively quickly was the fact that you had a guaranteed holo in every single pack. And I don't know, maybe that could happen to this set too. Though to be fair, that does kind of tend to happen to base sets of modern Pokemon eras anyway. Like, not a whole lot of people really get hyped about Sun and Moon or Sword and Shield base set anymore. Yeah, even like X and Y base set isn't particularly hyped up, and it's gotten pretty rare, but I don't know. Base sets don't really get as much hype as this one has, and so I'm curious how it's going to like level out over the course of the next few months as we see more cards come out. I'm also curious how long it's going to be before we get our first like big classic Pokemon chase cards in this era. Oh, we got a Cloth. It's Cloth. It's Cloth. It's Cloth. It's Cloth. Like, obviously, it's the start of a new era. We gotta focus on the new Pokemon. We hit like 1,000 Pokemon finally with this generation. We gotta kind of focus on those, even if there are some like older Pokemon in the mix. But like, how long is it gonna be before they put out their first, Charizard EX or Pikachu character rare or, Celebi or Lugia or Entei or anything like that? Like, those big classic Pokemon, Rayquaza, that Umbreon that people get really into. How long is it gonna be before we get stuff like that in this era? That's kind of what I'm curious about, because as much as I like these new Pokemon, everyone's curious when, the classics are going to be represented by all these new changes that we've seen to the cards. New silver borders, new EXs, new types of rarities, things like that. There's going to be a lot to check out when it comes to like your favorite Pokemon getting its first card in this era. It's going to be, ooh, Pomo, that's really cute. It's going to be interesting to see what those kinds of cards look like and how people respond to them. Oh, here's a classic. We got Chansey. Florgato, that would be the evolution of Sprigatito. Zangoose, a lot of Zangoose in this set. Stonjourner, wouldn't be a base set in the last few years without Stonjourner, I guess. Wasn't he like all over Sword and Shield base set? We got Indeedee reverse rare, that's pretty cool. We got a Ralts reverse common. And a Masquerada. Okay, did we have Sprigatito in this pack? No, we just had Florgato and Masquerada, so not the full evolution line, though. That would have been cool. All right, we've been going for a little while. I think it's time we do a mega pack. Let's do 6 packs for this one. If you're not aware, this is something I stole from watching Max Mofo Pokemon, where you take multiple packs, take out the rares and reverses, set them aside, and then go through all the rest of it. And then you got one big stack of just the big stuff. So let's get started. Pack, rip, rip, gut, code. 1 to the front, 3 to the side this time. And then we go through it. We got a Fighting Energy, Tandemaus, that's cute, Smoliv, Primeape, Palmy, Drifblim, Defiance Band, and Tatsugiri. That's a fun one. So now any and all reverses and hits and hollows are over here in this stack, and we just keep going. Pack, rip, gut, Toad, 1 to front, 3 to side, and then we go through it. Lightning Energy, Quaxly, Squavette, Charcadet, I believe, Lechonk, Floatzel, Team Star Grunt, and Lucario. Pack, rip, gut, code, 1 to front, 3 to side, and then we go through it. Darkness Energy, Tarantula, Riolu, Magneton, Clawitzer, Nest Ball, Pachirisu, and Picnic Basket. Pack, rip, gut, code, 1 to front, 3 to side, and then we got a Water Energy, Mankey, Squawkabilly with the Pompadour, I love that one, Caspakid,
Lolo mo.
Youngster, Blissey, and Jacques. Keeping it real since 1963. Last pack, rip, gut. Code, 1 to front, 3 to side. And then the last bit of extras, we got Leaf Energy, Toad's Cool, Sandile with that crazy art, Houndoom, Fido, he's so cute. He's a little butterbread Pokemon. Sandaconda, which is in every set, I swear to God, Katie, and Staraptor. And then we have a rather chunky 6-pack mega pack, which is gonna be what? 3 times 6? Be 18 cards? That's gonna be a lot. So let's see what we got. We got a Shroomish reverse, Houndoom reverse, we just saw that one. This one as a hollow. Mabostiff, Riolu, Dondozo, we got Dondozo again. Smoliv, Chansey. Oh, we got another Miraidon EX. That's another weird thing about this set. You can get some duplicates pretty easily. Palmy, really cute. Oh, there we go. We got Koraidon EX. So we got the one to match the Miraidon from earlier. Awesome. Very cool. Indeedee, Toadstool, Cyclozar, King Gambit, holographic, and that'll be it. Yeah, cool. I said that like a cartoon character. Yeah, cool. Whoa. So we got 4 guaranteed holographics. Weirdly enough, a duplicate EX. And then we got the Koraidon Miraidon EX gold card to match the Miraidon gold we got earlier. Very cool. No special illustration rare yet though, so let's just keep going and see if we can't score the Miraidon EX alternate art or the Miriam alternate art. I know they're called special illustration rares, but that muscle memory of calling them alternate arts is not gonna go away. Energy Search. Varoom. I like the name of that one. Skiddo. Electric Generator, Wug Trio. It's the long Doug Trio, but now they're red and underwater. It's just such a silly idea. I love it. There's just Doug Trio, make them long. I love it. Judge, then we got Quaxwell Reverse. Hey, we got a Fido character rare, or sorry, illustration rare. Look at this cute little guy. He's just looking at the bread. Does that mean he's scared? Is he made of bread? Is this like him looking at the carcasses of his brethren? Okay, we're gonna move on to the next card. We got an Armorogue holographic, and that would be it. All right, so we're a little over halfway through the box. We've not seen any big special illustration rares yet, but we have seen a pretty good smattering of all the different stuff you can expect from this set. Oh, we're starting out with just a standard classic Pokeball. Rotom, that's been getting a lot of representation recently. Flabebe, Spiritomb, that's also had a lot of cards in the Sword and Shield era. Ultra Ball, Espathra, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Varoom, I love that one. Oh, we got the classic Bruxish. And Annihilate, just a normal holographic. Look at these guys. Look at these little guys. Look at how cute they are before they evolve into furries and horrific monsters. I don't know. I don't love the look of most of the fully evolved Pokemon. I just like the way they look as like the starters a lot better. Houndour, Citadel, Magikarp, Magnemite, those two always seem to come back to back, and they must be done by the same illustrator. Yeah, because they look so similar and so good. I love it. Sandaconda, Katie. Do we have something in this? I don't know if we do. Staraptor, Skeledirge, Primeape. Hey, there we go, we did! Miraidon EX Full Art, yes! I've only managed to pull one of these, yet I have like 3 of the Koraidons, so I'm really happy to get one of these. I love this card. Ooh, this actually gives me a perfect opportunity to go on my like nitpick mini rant real quick. So, this is a Full Art EX for the Scarlet and Violet era. It looks basically identical to a Full Art V from the Sword and Shield era, except, look at this. I probably shouldn't have done that. Here it is compared to a Sword and Shield era Full Art, and I don't know how easy it is to see on camera, but if you look really closely, the Sword and Shield one has like this white or silver outline to the Pokemon, which really helps it pop. And for some reason, on the Scarlet and Violet ones, they all have that outline in this like aqua blue for some reason, which not only doesn't always match with the colors of the card, but it just dulls it just a touch. Like, it's still pretty vibrant, but with the white or silver border, it just shines a lot better. And I'm just like, why did you keep everything but change that? It just makes the card slightly duller when it could have been even more vibrant. I don't know why they made that change. It really bothers me. And it only bothers me that much because these are my favorite cards. So I don't know. I just don't get it. Like, what was wrong with the silver border that matched the border of the card and matched any color you threw at it? Blue can just kind of clash now. It's annoying. I have too many thoughts. I very clearly care too much. I care too much. But anyway, coincidentally, moving on into a Miraidon pack, we still need to see if we can get anything big and fancy like a special illustration. We got Ralts, Growlithe, Shuppet, Arvin, Cacturn, haven't seen that one yet, I don't think. We got a Staravia reverse holographic, Citadel, and Professor's Research, one of the 2 different professors. Take a breath from the game, and there's your code on the back. But yeah, I know the channel's been a little bit quiet recently. I guess it's kind of appropriate that there was enough of a gap in between videos that this is one of the first videos coming out after my video on the Paldea boxes, which were all about the changes coming to the Pokemon cards. So I don't know, that video did surprisingly well. I was very happy to see that. Blissey, Tatsugiri, Energy Search, Magnemite, and Slowbro holographic. To be honest, this channel is still so new that I don't always know what to expect when a video goes out, whether it's Pokemon related or like Steven Universe or Adventure Time related. It's so new, this channel hasn't even been around for a year yet, that I still never quite know what to expect when a video goes out. What you guys might be interested in, what you guys might not be as interested in comparison, and I don't know, that video just did a bit above my expectations, so thank you for that. Tarantula, Arboliva, I really don't know how to pronounce that one. Oh, wait, hey, Toxicroak EX. All right, so this is not the one that I need. This is the standard EX, but it is another one. It's just another one for the pile. This in full art version is one of the things that I really need to complete my set. But we're running out of chances. What is this? 9 more packs? All right, there's still a very good chance that we could get our big card from the box out of these. As far as I can tell, I think you should more or less be guaranteed a special illustration rare in a box. Maybe not guaranteed, but the odds should be pretty heavily in favor of that. I don't know. They've done a lot for the pull rates to be really good, so we'll see. Spupa, Jacques, and Armarouge holographic. Actually, yeah, some of you guys may not know, this is actually a second channel. My main channel is called Footofaferret, and I talk about like video games and cartoons over there. That's where, you know, my interest in Steven Universe originated and stuff like that. And so sometimes this, as a second channel, does kind of have to be put on the back burner if things get a little bit busy on the main channel. And that's what happened over the last month. But, ooh, Doc's bun, that's so cute. You're all golden brown and ready to be served up at that bakery counter where Fido was looking at all of his dead family. Launcher, Dondozo, and a code. Sorry about that, but yeah, things got a little bit too busy on the main channel to have time to make Pokemon videos for a minute, but all that's cleared up now. Hopefully I'll be able to get to more regular videos here on this channel. I do want to keep this thing moving as consistently as possible because I love making these videos and being involved in the Pokemon world. It's so fun to me. Toxel, Doxbund again. This is a reverse, and a Miraidon. Was the last one a reverse too? I don't remember. I'm already forgetting. Uh-oh, here's a code. So I'm pretty sure the last video that went up on this channel before this one was my Burning Shadows video, which I filmed in 2021 and didn't post until 2023. That's how much back catalog my workload for this channel has. It is insane. But we got a Breloom. Coming up, I think I want to try and do some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff a little bit. I've been really getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh. We got a Nest Ball and Indeedee. We're hitting a bit of a simple streak. Not really a bad streak because we are still getting hollows and reverses in every pack, which is cool, but you know, nothing much more than that. But we still got 5 packs left, so there's a chance the Miriam's gonna be in this one that I just threw across the desk. Let's see. Magikarp, Magnemite, these always come back to back. Tarantula, Pokemon Catcher, Mousehold. I didn't realize this one was called Mousehold until I saw someone else pronounce it. I really thought it was called Mosshold or Moshold. I'm like, I don't get it. But these are such cute Pokemon. I love them so much. Vitality Band, Toxtricity. We got a Greedent. Nothing there. Halucha. And a King Gambit. All right, nothing crazy going on, but we still got 4 packs. I know it's not guaranteed, but I would be a little surprised if we opened, you know, this many packs in one video and didn't get a single special illustration rare. From my experience opening this set so far, that would be a little bit unusual. We got a Palpad, Flabebe, Toxel, Crocodile. Oh my God. Flamigo, Fortress. We got a Fido reverse, Klefki reverse. Hey, here we go. We got a terrestrialized Arcanine EX. Here's your code. So this is an EX with a little bit of texture. It gets rid of that stupid freaking star pattern, and it just looks so much more vibrant and nice. This is a terrestrialized Pokemon. It's a mechanic from the video game where they get all crystallized. I don't know the details of how it works, but these are much nicer EXs than like the Miraidon we were seeing earlier. And there is a Gyarados one of those as well, a terrestrialized Gyarados, and there are full art versions of both of them that kind of remind me of full art shinies from like Shining Fates and Hidden Fates. Ralts, Growlithe, Shuppet, Tandemaus, Rocky Helmet, Mabostiff, I hope I'm pronouncing that one right, Miriam, Vitality Band. Oh, there we go. We got our Iron Treads EX special illustration rare. Unfortunately, this is a duplicate for me, but what's on the back? We got Professor's Research. And with that, we only have 2 packs left. Oh, coincidentally, Miraidon and Koraidon. How fitting. And unfortunately, so far, all I've been able to get are duplicates. Nothing crazy new for me in this one. And a little bit of behind the scenes, I actually had a different box that I wanted to open, but I got impatient and opened opened it like just in my own time while I was working on other videos. And that box had the full art Arcanine terrestrialized card and the Gardevoir, which even though it was a duplicate, would have been a little bit of a flashier card to pull on camera. Revavroom. So as usual, my on-camera luck falls victim to my own impatience. So I don't know. This was still a pretty decent box. It just wasn't anything crazy. Like I didn't get anything new, unless there's one more in this pack. It's not impossible. Let's see. Crushing Hammer, Starly, Flittle, Shroomish, Greedent, Vivillon, Duxbun. We got a Muck. Oh, we got a Scovillain. I almost said reverse. This is a Scovillain illustration rare. Very nice. Look at that. They're like sitting at a table outside and arguing with each other. That's really cute. And on the back, just a standard Houndstone holographic and a code. And this is the part of the video where I would normally go through every single holographic card or better that I pulled in this opening, but since you're guaranteed a holo in every pack, gonna skip those. So I usually like to include the holos in the hits because I do view holographic cards as hits. I think holographics need more respect like that, but we would just be here forever if I went through every single holographic card I pulled in this video, so I'm unfortunately gonna skip those. And so for the first opening of Scarlet and Violet on the Foafy channel, I really think I'll actually do some more of this one because I do want to keep opening this set. I like this. But for this first opening, we got all of these holos. Look at all of them. Look at all of them. But then we also got a couple of really cool holographic promo cards, including the Spidops and multiple Arcanine, which I love. Then we got a Miraidon EX, an Oinkologne EX, a Koraidon EX, a Gardevoir EX, another Miraidon EX, and a Toxicroak EX. Then we got Dondozo illustration rare, Sandile illustration rare, Fido illustration rare, and Scovillain illustration rare. Then there was the terrestrialized Arcanine EX, the Katie full art trainer, the Miraidon EX full art, which I love, the gold fighting energy, which I honestly forgot about, the gold Miraidon EX full art, with the matching gold Koraidon EX full art, and finally, the one special illustration rare of the video, the Iron Treads EX, which is just a beautiful card. I didn't actually focus on it much when I pulled it, but this is a really nice card. The sky in the background is so beautiful. Oh man. So that is the first opening of Scarlet and Violet for this channel. I know a lot of times I'll say that I'm gonna do a follow-up opening for a set. I did that with Crown Zenith and then I just never did. But with Scarlet and Violet, I really think I want to do some follow-up videos on this because this set is so fun to open. You know, I mean, yeah, I didn't get a whole lot of new stuff in this video. It was mostly duplicates, but just opening it and getting this number of hits is really fun. So sometime in the future, I might open some build and battle boxes or ETBs or another booster box and see if I can't get the Miraidon EX or these Toxicroak and Banette full arts that I'm missing, just anything else because I really want to open more of this set. But yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. I don't know why did they make the outline blue? Why did they make the outline blue?